The U.S. military has returned to Guyana after many years on a joint military exercise / humanitarian mission. There's nothing quite like a humanitarian mission led by guys who specialize in bombing things. It's like having a drug rehab center run by drug lords, but small details. The important thing is that Guyana is important.
Guyana sits in a strategic location on the north edge of South America and on the Caribbean.
And oh look, what a coincidence. It borders Venezuela. I mean, what are the chances of that? The same Venezuela that has US bases all around it. Here. Brazil is hinting that it's open to hosting a US military base. Oh my, Venezuela is like the center of a donut of US bases. Same Venezuela that the US has threatened repeatedly, where it has tried to spark regime change and which it has encircled with guns, just in case Trump decides to pull the trigger.
It's a regime that, frankly, could be toppled very quickly by the military if the military decides to do that.
You'd think entirely surrounding nations you don't like might be a bit overkill, but it's the pressure, the psychological pressure that matters. Diplomacy is easier when the guys you're negotiating with always have something to fear, specifically about their country being burned down if they say the wrong thing. And it isn't just Venezuela. I mean, look at Iran. There's nowhere to chuck a chewing gum wrapper without hitting a US Marine on the nose, which, come to think of it, they could well use as an excuse to invade Iran. A few months ago, Trump even sent more troops to the region just in case they left an empty spot at which Iran could throw a chewing gum wrapper. And China, not for the faint of heart. One gets the impression that there are more US troops surrounding China than there are US troops left in the United States. But don't let the map fool you. For America, that isn't enough.
The US needs to develop alternate operating locations. The Pentagon will continue to develop new concepts, build a distributed and resilient force posture, and field new capabilities to counter these threats.
Honestly, the drug metaphor seems remarkably apt. The Pentagon recently boasted that it has locations in more than 160 countries. They have some sort of military presence in 84% of the countries on this planet. And yet, not enough. They just need more. Crave more.